All right, so I kind of screwed up and didn't glue these laminated load-bearing beams together. So I've driven 4.5-inch massive Simpson screws in there, hoping at about every foot, hoping that'll kind of make up for a lack of glue. But I am going to glue this. I've got a 2x8 piece to put on here. This is again forming the sliding glass door is going to be an Audi in terms of the exterior insulation. All right, so it's about 85 degrees right now. Just an incredible day. Finally ready to start sheathing again. So I went kind of crazy above and beyond and added 36-inch hurricane ties to this wall. And I'll probably do other walls as well on the exterior, just to smattering here and there, just to add a little bit of strength. Took care of some loose ends with straps that hadn't been secured down yet. So really, once I do the sheathing, then I can do the top plate, and then I can do the rims, the rim joists. So pretty exciting, moving along. Anyway, we're trucking. the midst of a pretty massive front coming through. It was 87 yesterday, and they're calling for snow this afternoon. So you can hear the wind. It's pretty crazy. I did a good job yesterday of battening down the hatches, but I had to do a little more today. And I think I'm in a good position here. I hope the canvas holds up. I'm glad I used canvas instead of the crappy poly tarp. But it's pretty crazy here. We'll see how it goes. So just to give an update, yesterday I put in these joists, put in the sill or the top plate, rim joists, and these joists here, floor joists. And now I'm going through and basically able to remove the internal supports for the roof by securing the roof to these beams. Well, good morning, folks. It's about 35 degrees outside now. Came through the storm fine. There's a little bit of leaks here and there, but nothing a bucket won't catch. And yesterday was kind of a light day. You know, I did some cleanup. Hooked up some electrical stuff in here so that it's more convenient when we move our sleeping quarters into this area. And yeah, so this morning I'm just going to call it like you know, half to 2/3 of a day. This morning I'm going to try and finish up some of these joists up here for the second floor. So let me show you here. All right, so up here, this is the river bedroom right here, and I'm in the main living area facing the river. So at this juncture here, I'm going to be putting in the top plate of along this wall and that wall and this interior wall. Now, normally, since this wall was framed to butt up against the exterior wall, the second top plate from here would extend all the way and overlap the exterior wall. But also, that section of wall butts up against this section of wall. So really, we've got three walls coming together in one location. So I want to unify those as best I can. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the top plate of here and I'm going to extend it all the way over that wall. And then I'll half lap a 16-foot top plate that goes across all three of them. That wall, the half lap, and this wall. And then, of course, so screwing all that together, or not screwing, but nailing it all together, should meet the requirement of top plates overlapping. And now, in this case, the only place I actually need two top plates is this wall, because the joists here on the interior wall won't be landing right on top of these studs. They will be like around here, because the 16-inch on center starts at the end of this piece of wood, not the exterior wall like it does over in the corner. So anyway, this doesn't need a top plate because he's a beam. He doesn't need a second top plate because there's no joists resting on this except the rim joist. Whereas, and this wouldn't need a second top plate because all the joists are actually going to be landing on those studs, because those studs are 16 inch off center, on center from the very corner of the wall. So technically I'm overbuilding this because I'm putting double top plates in places I don't need them. But this will all help unify it all together and make it more stronger. Oh yeah, the other issue is that I purchased 20-foot joists for this 2x8s, and I kept scratching my head going, why the hell do I need 20-foot 2x8s? And this is why. Because from the very outside edge to the center of the house, which is over the second from the right 2x in that beam or post, is exactly 16 feet. So accounting for the fact that this top plate will barely fit, a 16-foot will barely fit, because it's going to start 3.5 inches from that corner and go all the way to this beam here within an inch, or an inch and a half. And actually, yeah. So a 16-foot joist will not fit the whole span from that beam to an inch and a half inside the outside of that wall. It's like 16 feet 5 inches span, and I didn't want to have to overlap the joists up here because I want everything on 16-inch center going across. So I'm going to be wasting 3.5 feet of a 20-foot 2x8, which is a shame, but you know, this will be more stronger. All right, folks. So I'm calling it a week. It's Friday. I got these joists in. So you're looking at plastic that I've put up because we're supposed to get a thunderstorm on Monday. I'll be coming Tuesday. So I've had to put up a bunch more plastic. The problem is, even though I have the temporary roof, the wind here gets so bad that the wind is coming in and lifting up the plastic above the wood of the roof and bashing it around and making holes, and then stuff leaks a little bit, or the wind is just pushing the plastic around and pushing it over the edge of those that siding that I put up there. The siding is working great, but as soon as the plastic hits the siding, the edge of the plastic goes over the edge of the siding, then all hope is lost. So it'll leak right there through the planks. So anyway, I've got this huge, you know, almost 24-foot long piece of plastic here to catch everything that comes through the roof and down into there. And then I've got the same kind of thing here in the bedroom. So yeah, this is kind of the state that I have to leave this in every time I leave. It takes me about an hour and a half to get everything closed up. So it's a lot of time that I'm not spending actually doing construction. But anyway, you know, I gotta do what I gotta do. So thanks for watching. See you next week.